Well, folks, welcome back again to another episode of Forgin' Fridays. And today we're looking at hopefully a bit of a simpler deck than last episode. Today we're looking at Affinity. And let's jump into the deck here, see what we're working with. So what we have here is a bunch of cards that care about artifacts. So I feel like the classic one that I'm going to look at here, just to give an example, we'll start out with Frogmite. And Frogmite is a 4 for a 2/2, which seems bad. You look at it, you say, well, it's a 4 for a 2/2. That's not a great ratio there. But it has Affinity for artifacts. So this spell costs 1 less to cast for each artifact you control. So, ideally, when you're playing Frogmite, you're hopefully only paying maybe 1 or 2 mana. Usually, you pay 0 mana. And you'll see all the artifacts that we're using to get there. Ooh, switch into a weird view there for a second. So we have Frogmite here. We have a Thought Monitor, and this used to be Thoughtcast. Thoughtcast was I think it was a sorcery or an instant that I think was 5 and a blue that would draw you 2 cards when you played it. Had Affinity for artifacts. Thought Monitor, similar, but is a creature. 6 and a blue for a 2/2 flying that has Affinity for artifacts, and when Thought Monitor enters the battlefield, draw 2 cards. So ideally you're paying 1 blue for this Thought Monitor that draws 2 cards and is a 2/2 with flying. Not bad. And we have Sojourner's Companion, which is 7 for a 4/4. That has Affinity for artifacts, and I used to run, there was another 7/7 that had Affinity for artifacts. It was 7/7, it was a 7 for a 4/4 that had Affinity for artifacts. But Sojourner's Companion is better than whatever that other card was, because it has artifact cycling, artifact land cycling, which is pay 2 for artifact land cycling. Discard this card, search your library for an artifact land card, reveal it, and put it into your hand, then shuffle. So this is good in a pinch for, if you don't have enough lands and you need to get a land, and you'll see that all of our lands in this are artifacts. If you need to get a land and you only have 2 of them out, you can use Sojourner's Companion to get you another land, or Mana Fix. I think we're mostly. We have I think we have a lot of colors in this deck, but it's mostly blue and white. You can see we have some red in there too. So, speaking of all those different colors. Besides using the artifact land cycling on Sojourner's Companion, we also have Springleaf Drum. Oh, that's a Retrofitter Foundry. That's not a Springleaf Drum. I think we only have 3 Springleaf Drums. These are 1 mana artifacts. They have tap to tap an untapped creature you control. Add 1 mana of any color. This is also good because one of the neat things about this is you can tap a creature with Summoning Sickness. So you can play a creature, tap the Springleaf Drum, tap that creature to get mana from it. So normally you wouldn't be able to do that if it had Summoning Sickness, but you're able to do that with Springleaf Drum. So that's a neat thing about it. Other way of mana fixing here, you run 1 Chromatic Lantern. It has lands you control have tap, add 1 mana of any color, and it itself has tap, add 1 mana of any color. So it's also a mana rock as well as mana fixing. And so the other part of this is some of these artifacts, and I don't think I actually mentioned it here. I do write up a bit about the deck before going through it, just to keep things in order. One of the other things we have in here, some draw, is in addition to the Thought Monitor up there, we run I believe this is 4 Ichor Wellsprings. There are 2 for an artifact that says when Ichor Wellspring enters the battlefield or is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, draw a card. So it just sits out there. Once you play it, and if it gets destroyed, you draw another card. But generally, you play it, you get 1 card, and you get some extra draw, and it just sits there. And like I said, all these 1 mana, Springleaf Drum, all the Ichor Wellspring, Chromatic Lantern, all of this sits on the field, counts towards the Affinity. So Ichor Wellspring, the great thing about Ichor Wellspring and Vault Monitor, as they enter, they draw you a card. And one of the great things about that is we run Glint Hawk. And Glint Hawk, what would normally be a negative on Glint Hawk, which is, I should mention Glint Hawk. Glint Hawk is 1 white mana for a 2/2 flying, not bad, but it does have the text on it that says, when Glint Hawk enters the battlefield, sacrifice it unless you return an artifact you control to its owner's hand. So you can play a Glint Hawk and bounce your Ichor Wellspring back to your hand, play it again, draw another card. Or, ideally, the real magic combo here is play a Thought Monitor for 1 blue, draw 2 cards, then right after you play it, Springleaf Drum it to get 1 white mana, to play the Glint Hawk, to pick up your now tapped Thought Monitor, and hopefully, maybe you don't replay it that turn, maybe you play it the next turn, but hopefully you have another blue mana, you can play it again, draw another 2 cards. So off of, for 2 blue, you can draw 4 cards and have 2 2/2s with flying. Pretty nice if you have the board state for it. So that's the, turning a negative into a positive with Glint Hawk there. Protection. So what do we run for protection? We run a Spellskite, which is 2 for a 0/4, which is, 4 is a decent blocker. But it also has the ability to, has a Phyrexian blue, so you can pay 2 life or pay a blue. And it says, change a target of target spell or ability to Spellskite. So you can, if something tries to blow up one of your more powerful, one of the bombs or one of the key cards in this deck, if it, oh, lose my voice there. If it tries to blow something up, or maybe blow up a land or something, you can, assuming that it's a valid target, you can redirect a spell to Spellskite. And in fact, this I found was actually really great for a deck that, if you're playing against a deck that runs a lot of auras. If they're a Voltron deck, or a Voltron enchantment deck specifically that has enchantments that can enchant any creature, and they're planning on attaching all these enchantments to their 1 creature to swipe in Boggles perhaps maybe it's a Boggle deck that you're playing against, and they're attaching all these enchantments to it. If you have a Spellskite out, you can redirect those targets, and then all of those enchantments they're trying to attach to their creature, attach it to the Spellskite. I once won a game with a really big super Spellskite that got all those attachments attached to it. So, depending on a deck, depending on who you're playing against, Spellskite can be a pretty big card. We also run 4 Galvanic Blasts, which is a 1 red for an instant that says Galvanic Blast deals 2 damage to any target. And it has Metalcraft, which says Galvanic Blast deals 4 damage instead if you control 3 or more artifacts. And we're definitely going to have 3 or more artifacts. So this can be used to get rid of some, some nasty permanents, some nasty creatures that the opponent has. Maybe a planeswalker that's a bit low on loyalty, or you can close out a game, hit the opponent's face for 4. Yeah, decent card. We also run for some cheap lifelink. We run 4 Vault Skirges, which are 1 and 1 Phyrexian black mana, so 2 or it's 1 black or 2 life, and it's a 1/1 with flying and lifelink. So you might think, oh, that's not that big of a deal. You maybe do 2 damage to yourself, maybe you make it back over a couple of turns if it survives. They're not indestructible, they don't have hexproof. So, but you can drop this for 1 and 2 life on your first turn, swing in over the next 2 turns, make back that life, assuming that your opponent doesn't have any flyers or any way of getting rid of Vault Skirge. But the real magic of this deck is we have a couple of cards that care about not necessarily affinity, but care about the number of artifacts we control. So we run 4 Cranial Plating, which are 2 for an artifact enchantment that has equipped creature gets +1/0 for each artifact you control, and it has equip 1. And I should mention this other ability. It is 2 black for attach Cranial Plating to target creature you control, which can be done at instant speed. So, what you're going to want to do, and this is I think the magic combo that I usually go with in this deck. Get a Vault Skirge out early, then attach Cranial Plating, and as long as your opponent doesn't have any flyers, you can swing in for a ton of damage as you build up more and more of these artifacts. The bad thing about it is that it is +1/0 for each artifact, so you will have a 21 Vault Skirge, but if there's any blockers, that one the one toughness will do it in. But the other great thing about Cranial Plating, very cheap in comparison to Nettlecyst. Nettlecyst is a living creature, a living artifact that living equipment, living artifact, whatever it is. That I think it's 3 to attach, but when it comes in, it attaches to a token 0/0 that it generates. But it gives +1/+1 for each artifact. And enchantment. We don't want any enchantments, so it doesn't really help in this deck. Nettlecyst, I do run it in a different deck, but for this one, we're really trying to swing in with the Vault Skirge and close things out. So hopefully they don't have too many blockers. But if they do have some blockers, and you have maybe a Glint Hawk and a Vault Skirge, you can, if they have 1 blocker, you have 2 flyers, or 2 creatures, or, you know, if you have more than 1 creature out, more than 1 attacking creature than they have blockers, you can swing in with Cranial Plating attached to 1 creature. The defender will try to block it, but the second ability, 2 black for attach Cranial Plating to target creature you control, can be done at instant speed. So you can swing in with your Glint Hawk and Vault Skirge. They might block the Vault Skirge, but then you trigger the 2 black attach ability, and you attach it to Glint Hawk after they've declared blockers. They can't block it at that point. You swing in for that damage. So that's the benefit of Cranial Plating, in my opinion, over Nettle Cyst, as the way this deck is built. So the take it or leave it. That's a bit tough in this one because you know, you do want. And I should mention the other bomb in this deck. I would say Cranial Plating is one of the bombs. The other bomb is Master of Etherium. Master of Etherium is 2 and 1 blue, and it has Master of Etherium's power and toughness are each equal to the number of artifacts you control. So kind of a Nettle Cyst. You can't reattach it. Like maybe Nettle Cyst might go where Master of Etherium goes, but I run it like this, two Master of Etheriums. And it also gives other artifact creatures you control +1/+1. So suddenly all your Vault Skirges are 2/2s. Your Frogmites are 3/3s. Your Sojourner's Companion are 5/5s. So that they're getting pretty big. So I would say Master of Etherium solid in this deck, a bomb in this deck, I would say. The other, as I was getting to, the take it or leave it's, I would say is the mana base here. So I run every single untapped artifact land. That means Ancient Den, Great Furnace, Seat of Synod, Vault of Whispers, which all make sense in this deck. But I also run Tree of Tales, which is an artifact. These are all artifact lands, and they tap for 1 color of whatever. A red, a blue. The Tree of Tales taps for a green. We don't have any green in this deck. Artifacts don't really play well with green. So all of these other colors are in this deck, but Tree of Tales. So I think Tree of Tales, if I had to cut something, I'd say cut Tree of Tales, maybe cut some of these other ones. And there are artifact dual lands that come into play tapped, so it's not as fast, but they have indestructible. So artifact destruction can't get to them. Something to keep in mind, because I've run this deck against some decks that run Brotherhood's End, I think it's called, that just says destroy or return to hand all artifacts less than 3 mana or something. Well, that hits all of these lands. All of these lands are artifacts that are no mana, so they all go back to hand. I would say that's definitely something you should consider. Maybe swap some of these lands out, because you don't want artifact hate to hit your lands. All right, let's play this deck. Let's play and see. Maybe you'll see how this deck works. 1 blue. Oh, wait, we have 2 lands. Yeah, I'll keep this. And we'll play. We're not going to play our Glint Hawk yet, because it would just. I mean, we could bounce our 1 land if we play the Ancient Den, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna just play the blue for now, and then we're gonna See, the Tree of Tales, like I said, we don't need green mana in this deck. It is always the last land that I play. I play every other land but that land. What do we got? What do we draw? Another Ichor Wellspring! Yay! Okay. I don't think... Yeah, Master of Etherium. I mean, we could, do we want to Tree of Tales, Master of Etherium? Oh, this is, oh, it's probably playing, an artifact card. I think this is an equipment-based deck, if it has this card in it. So artifacts versus artifacts. We have a lot of Glint Hawks. Ichor Wellspring. Well, certainly this. And we'll Ichor Wellspring. Draw a card. Ooh, Cranial Plating. How much is this now? Ah, just short. I should have left this untapped and then I could have played one of these and pulled up an Ichor Wellspring. But I really like to save that for a Thought Monitor. What does that do? Okay, that's fine. Ooh, and a Frogmite. So we get that for free now. Free Frogmite. So Thought Monitor is free. Let's Thought Monitor, draw 2 cards. Spellskite. Spellskite's a good blocker. I was gonna Glint Hawk, pick up the Thought Monitor. I might Spellskite instead. Yeah, we'll Spellskite because that'll kind of dissuade it from swinging in at all. Okay. Alright. Oh no. Alright, yeah, that's a 3/4, so it's getting big enough to... Okay. Be able to swing through our poor little Spellskite here. Let's do this. Should I Cranial Plate? I kind of wanna... I kind of want to do the thing where I play the Glint Hawk, pick up the Thought Monitor, play the Thought Monitor, pick up the... Let's do that. Let's do that. Oh. Okay. Try it again. Pick up the Thought Monitor. Play the Thought Monitor. I guess you know, I should have swung in with a Thought Monitor and then done all that because I could have gotten some damage in there. I already played it. Okay. I already played a land. All right. We'll just. Well, I don't want to swing in with the Frogmite. I'll lose my Frogmite. Oh no! Oh, he's doing damage. He didn't do damage? Okay. Oh. Oh, I could have redirected. I should have redirected it. Because then I could have blocked with the Spellskite. Whatever. Take the 3. Ooh, and another Thought Monitor. I think I'm gonna stop doing that. Let's finally play this. Oh, I should have tapped Tree of Tales. Let's get this out though, and we'll start swinging in with these guys. Target creature you control, right? Yeah, I was saying, can we redirect it to the Spellskite? Turn all non-land permanents to their owner's hands. Ugh. That's kind of annoying. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Hopefully we can rebuild our board state pretty fast here. At least it said At least it didn't say all artifacts, because artifacts would be a problem. I think we can rebuild pretty quickly though. Play this. Definitely want to get out Cranial Plating. Definitely want to get out our this guy. Oh, we're gonna need to get rid of some of these things though. Another land? Did we play a land? We've already played a land. I played my land already. Yeah, probably these Ichor Wellsprings will have to go. I do want to keep the Thought Monitors. Alright. How many do we have? 3? Oh boy. I guess we'll get rid of a Glint Hawk. We'll get rid of an Ichor Wellspring. Actually, we'll keep one Ichor Wellspring. We get rid of another Glint Hawk. We have a lot of Glint Hawks. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. That's gonna be annoying. Some flying. Let's play Frogmite for free. Did I have that last turn? Can I have played that? I don't think so. Let's play this. Play this. At some point I'm gonna have enough to put in for lethal here. Yeah, I think we might be getting close to having lethal. Thought Monitor. Draw 2 cards. I played that. Ooh, I really wish that I'd drawn that earlier. It's like a Galvanic Blast. Okay. So, I think what we'll do is we'll just swipe in with this Master of Etherium. Yeah, you're gonna want to block it. Okay. What kind of deck is this guy running? Okay, let's play this. Sojourner's Companion. Flying. Well, let's get rid of the flying thing. Finally use this. A ton of mana now. It's Cranial Plating. Equipped to the Thought Monitor. They have no blockers now. So attach that. But and as I said, Tree of Tales, always tap that for generic mana. You're never gonna need a green, so don't worry about using it for your generic mana in this deck. Let's Thought Monitor. We might as well overkill, right? Ooh, and a Vault Skirge. Ooh, and I forgot to mention Retrofitter Foundry when I was going over the deck. But Retrofitter Foundry, you can use it to generate an army of servo tokens. So you can see it has, we'll go over the second ability. 2 and tap, create a 1/1 colorless servo, artifact creature token. You can tap 1, you can pay 1 and tap to turn a servo, sacrifice a servo, turn it into a 1/1 Thopter, artifact creature token with flying, so it has flying then. And then you can just tap Retrofitter Foundry to sacrifice a Thopter and turn into a 4/4 colorless construct artifact. So, and then you can pay 3 to untap Retrofitter Foundry. So you can, you know, over the course of a turn, generate multiple 1/1s. That's generally what I use it for. Sometimes I'll use it to generate the Thopters. If the opponent doesn't have any flying, and I want to get in with flying or need something with flying to block. I generally won't use the 4/4s. The 4/4s, the constructs are okay. You know, they're a bit bigger, but generally I want more 1/1s than I want 1/4/4, especially in an artifact affinity deck like this. So that's good. Let's play that. Let's get it on the field, and we'll play this Vault Skirge. I'm not even gonna pay life for it. We're gonna spend the mana. That Vault Skirge. Okay. And I don't think he. I think we'll just. Let me see. Swipe in with everything. Maybe not the Vault Skirge. Maybe not the Spellskite. It doesn't have any blockers. Graveyard. Okay. It can discover for 4, but I don't think it's gonna matter. Let's swipe in. That's it. We won. You can see it's a bit of a... This deck does take a bit more time than some of the other decks, you know, like, 12 Bolt or whatnot. Kind of similar to the Tron deck, to the Post deck that I have. So you can see you need to build up all the artifacts. We only have one. It's a bit of a risk. I'm gonna take it though. We can at least get this Retrofitter Foundry out. So we're gonna be in business as long as we get another land. And we don't get one. Oh, this could be. Oh, there we go. First strike, non-creature spells cost 1 more to cast. Okay. This one of those annoying decks. You know, let's play this because it'll be a good blocker. I've noticed that it for some reason the AI seems to really hate Spellskite. When you put it on the field, it'll be like, I gotta get rid of it. Which I guess is fine. I mean, sometimes that's its purpose. It's just to sit out there and take the path to exile. This is basic, right? No, we don't have any basic lands. That's unfortunate about it. Let's Ichor Wellspring. Oh, that's right. Yeah, it costs an extra mana. Let's do this. We'll create a 1/1. And we'll Frogmite. You're gonna swipe in still? You know what? I do want to kill this. Get rid of it. That's fine. I'm totally fine doing that. Oh no! It's getting rid of her. Oh, that's annoying. Okay. Yeah, this is the Skyclave Apparition is kind of annoying. Cranial Plating on the servo token. But let's say Thought Monitor. Oh, we can't Thought Monitor. We don't have blue. Let's we can actually cast this now, so let's do this. Okay, did we already play? We already played a land. Alright. No. Let's get in with it. Okay. Oh great. Get the what is he gonna take? Okay. Oh, he got a Thalia? Oh, he got the Thalia again? Oh. Annoying. How did he get the Thalia? Okay, whatever. Oh, so everything's gonna cost... These things will cost 1 more. That's just annoying now. I have enough mana for it. But I don't have the right mana for it. I'm gonna play Sojourner's Companion. Cost 2. Say non-creature. Well, it is a creature spell. I don't have enough. Okay, let's think here. So it costs 2. Let's do this. I think this will work out. Now I think it should only cost 1, right? Okay. Okay. No. Okay. I'm gonna swing in. I'm gonna swing in with the Flicker Wisp at least, I assume. Yeah. Did it have a Ghost Quarter? Did I even... did it, like, play it and immediately sacrifice it? Jeez. No. Flicker Wisp. The Flicker Wisp. What are you gonna flip? What? Okay. Okay, you're gonna flicker the Flicker Wisp. I've seen it do this before, where it just flickers the Flicker Wisp back and forth forever. Okay. We still don't have blue, which is annoying. Well, let's do this. Let's equip this to you. So now he's an 11-4. And let's play this. Let's swing in with it. Let's do some damage. What happened there? Why did I draw a card? Okay. Yeah, I mean let's damage the Thalia first. Take out the Flicker Wisp. Take out the Thalia. That's worth it. That's worth it to... I gotta distribute these. I think that... Yeah, so they still have a Skyclave. But they're not gonna have a Skyclave for long. But meanwhile, Skyclave... What's... I just keep getting... I'm just gonna keep getting spirits. Keep giving me spirits. Okay. To the Ichor. Okay. Oh, yeah, finally we get that... Oh! What is... Who... Non-basic... Oh, annoying. Annoying. Let's... What do they have in exile right now? Do they... It's not blinking that stuff around? Should I blow that stuff up? You know what, let's attach this to this. And we're gonna swing in for 8. Should block it. Need to block it with Skyclave, so we're gonna another spirit. Free spirit. Do I wanna blow that up? Let's see what they play. Let's see what they play next turn. Swinging in with both. I'll take it. Should I blow stuff? Should I blow it up? I can't cast more than one spell. Oh yeah, that is bad. You know what? Let's get rid of this. Enough of that. Oh, I think this might be over. I think this might be over now. Play that. Equip to Spirit Token. Equip to the Spirit Token. Oh, it's 18. Oh, I should... Oh, actually, you know what? We can swing in with everything. We can swing in with everything, win it. There you go. Beat him with his own spirits. Spirits that they gave me. Let's play one more with it. I think you see how it's playing though. Let's get. I really don't. Unless I'm pretty low on lands, I generally don't mulligan this deck very often. Ooh, and 2 blue. Oh boy, happy days. We're getting the lands we want. Let's make a black one, right? Yeah, let's add that. And 2 Masters of Etherium. This is quite something. If they don't play something soon, they're gonna be in big trouble. Do that, then we'll Master of Etherium. Frogmite. Yeah, that's what we're going with. Okay. This is just gonna get more and more of a problem for it. A second Master of Etherium. And can we Thought Monitor yet? Let's Thought Monitor. I already played a land. Do have enough for free Sojourner's Companion. And now we have 2 10/10s. This is the way that this deck really, you know, spirals out of control. Unless you're facing something with a deck with some protection from artifacts or something. We can't hit it with the Galvanic Blast. But I don't think that's going to matter very soon. Let's play that, and we'll play this. And we'll just swing in. What are you gonna do? That's it. All right, folks. So I think that's a good showing of that deck. You know, I don't think we saw any of the artifact hate from the opponent, but believe me, you know, if you face a deck that has a lot of artifact hate, this deck is not gonna win, and certainly it's not gonna win any tournaments because people will sideboard in some artifact hate. So there you have it. That's the Affinity deck. I will say I do have another deck that I term Legacy Affinity, even though I think this deck is in fact, I don't think the artifact lands are legal and modern, so I believe this is also a Legacy deck, but that one plays a bit different, and I'm looking forward to showing that off at some point. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed seeing that deck. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Fortune Fridays, and I hope you come back for the next one. All right, adios.